How's it going, everyone? It is Thursday night. So, if you recall, we put the chicks out here Thursday afternoon, and as you can see, there's a couple changes inside the hen house here, inside the coop. They were getting really cold after the sun went down, which was about a half hour ago. So essentially what I did is I added a lot more bedding down there. Not just pine shavings, but this stuff, Flock Fresh, that was recommended by my local feed store, as well as installed the actual heat lamp that was originally in their brooder to give them a lot of extra heat. Now, I don't know too much about this Flock Fresh stuff, but it has Bailey straw, wheat straw, whatever that stuff is, and alfalfa hay. I'm assuming whatever that is, quote unquote, is similar to what I would be giving them for chick grit. I know that it's not specifically granite, which is what I was giving them as chick grit, but it should be similar. And the way they were showing they were cold is they were all huddled in that corner and they were just piled on top of each other. So that's pretty obvious signs to me that they were a little cold. And I don't want to freak the birds out too much, so I gotta do this quick. But let's see, 57.6, so near 60, and this has only been on for only about 10-15 minutes so far. And even though they are really huddling up still, it looks like they're a lot more comfortable with this, so I'm happy with that. It seems like one of the biggest issues in the coop right now is heat retention. And having that big window right on the side really doesn't help with anything about that. So I found this foam inside the shop. It has, this reflective coating on it. And I'm thinking if I tape this to the window, it should reflect quite a bit of the heat back inside, at least prevent it from losing a lot compared to what it is right now. Now, is it going to make a whole hill of beans difference? I don't know. But I'm just trying to make these birds as comfortable as possible because this is their first night. And I would say the concern I'm feeling right now is pretty similar to their first night ever here on property. So their first night outside, I want to make it as comfortable of a transition as possible because I know that's probably pretty difficult for them. And just like that, we are insulated. Again, is it going to make a whole hill of beans difference? I don't know. But if it makes them at all any more comfortable, it's worth it in my opinion. So even though I'm losing a little sleep over it, I'm not sleeping anyways. So hey, might as well work on this and get them a little bit more comfortable, hopefully at least. So it's day 2. We're going to check on how these guys are doing. Hello, chickers. So great. Everyone made it. Everyone seems to be comfortable. I'll tell you what, it's pretty warm in there. So being as it's still about 45 degrees out, I'm going to give them a little bit of time to acclimate before I let them outside and open up the big door. So we're just going to open up the ventilation, let it start to cool off a little bit inside there. Then I will take the insulation off, kill the light for a little while, probably, half hour before they go out. Just kind of, get them used to the cold temperature, and then they'll be able to go out and run free. But yeah, these guys, I think they're doing pretty well. Sorry for the truck warming up in the background, but we are going to open the hen house for the day. I don't think they're going to want to come outside just yet because they're probably enjoying the warmth still, but they can come out when they're ready. Even though it is a fairly nice day, or looks like it's a fairly nice day, it's pretty windy and fairly cold. But these guys, for whatever reason, they're not huddling up. They aren't going inside where the heat lamp's on. They're just going about their business, which is a little surprising because it's probably about 50 degrees and it's maybe 15 mile, 20 mile an hour wind. So it's a little chilly and it just looks like they're going about their business. So that's good to see that they're not too bad when it comes to the cold at this point. And I'm assuming that if they do get too cold, they'll be smart enough to go inside. So it's about 40 degrees, winds of about 20 miles an hour, and these chicks do not want to go inside. It's all open up for them, lamps on, all nice and warm. but they do not want to go inside. I don't know what the deal is. I put them in. I literally went into the coop and moved them inside, but they all came back out, so I guess they want to be outside and freeze. I don't know what I can do. And I don't know if you can tell, but it is snowing very, very lightly, which tells me it is pretty cold out here. And yet those chicks just did not want to stay inside. I put them all inside the coop and they all came back outside. You may have noticed that I put up some metal siding against the coop to block some of the wind, but it just baffles me. They were freezing when it was like 50 degrees the other night, and here it is below 40. It's like 38 right now, and they all want to be outside. I don't get it. Alright, so these guys are all put up for the night. They came into the coop about, I'd say around 3 o'clock. So they got sick of the wind and the cold weather and they decided to come in and get warm. I did have this side panel, this side hatch, open until about, I'd say 2 minutes ago. And that was just to let a little bit of extra airflow in. But now that the sun has gone down, it's been down for about 15 minutes or so, it's time to conserve heat. So we have the whole place locked up. These guys are going to get all nice, toasty, and warm for the night. And yeah, go to bed.